Thank you so much for joining in. This is Mr. Alitagtag, and today we're going to talk about or answer the question, how do we estimate the rate of change from a graph? I have two graphs here for you. The first graph is a line, a straight line, so that means it's a linear function. Therefore, we can identify the slope. The slope can be solved by using this formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now let's turn over attention to graph number 2. This graph looks like a curvy line, or it's curvy. It is not a straight line, so therefore we cannot identify the slope for this particular graph. But we can describe the average rate of change. How do we go about finding the average rate of change of this particular graph? We're going to follow this pattern or this formula in order to find the average rate of change. This formula is similar to finding the slope of a line. The only difference is that the word or the term slope is tied to a linear function when the average rate of change can signify a curvy line, a parabola, okay? Now, let's start with solving this. Like I said, this average rate of change is similar to finding the slope of a line. Now, let's start with step number 1. The first thing that we need to know is recognizing the intervals. We need to know the intervals. The intervals is showing right there, okay? So the intervals for this graph, we are being asked to find the average rate of change from the intervals -4 to +8. So from a -4 on the x-axis, the point on the graph is right over here. If x is equal to -4, your y is equal to -3. So I'm going to write that down. If x is equal to 4, then my y is equal to -3. And then if x is equal to 8, my y is equal to 2. We can identify this as if this is your x1, y1, x2, y2. I don't know if you recall in our arithmetic, the geometric or the arithmetic sequence, we're using the function of x in replace to the value of y. So if I'm going to say that, I'm going to say x sub 1, then the representation of y sub 1 is going to be the f of x sub 1. And then for the x sub 2 is going to be represented with the f of x sub 2. Now the formula is showing that your first x is going to be a, this is going to be a, and this is your b. So if that is your a, then your y or your output is going to be f of a. And then if this is your b, then your function or the function or the output of b is going to be f of b. Very simple. Now we're going to plug the values of a to this particular formula, which is very similar to as if like you're solving for the slope of a line. So I'm going to replace that. I'm going to say, in this case, the f of b is 2 minus -3. All right, that's right over here, over b minus a, so that's going to be 8 minus 4. Is it? No, this one is -4, sorry. So 8 minus -4. Now let's simplify this by performing the operation. 2 minus -3 is going to be 5. 2 minus -3 is the same thing as if you're saying 2 plus 3. 8 minus -4 is going to be 12. Now, can we simplify this? This is already in simplified form, and so this is our rate of change for this graph with consideration of the intervals -4, 8. So if you can notice, it's a positive slope. It looks like a positive slope because when x increases, your y is also increasing. So it's going this direction, it is increasing, and then it's also increasing going up for the value of y. I hope that makes sense. And if you have additional questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm always happy to help. So send me an email or set up a one-on-one appointment with me in my classroom. Thank you. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.